So how the girls? Busy?
Not good.
Doing
They're a
school?
little bit sick this weekend.
We had a discussion.
Coughing and
Cold.
Yeah, that's everybody.
Bronchitis.
Everybody.
Head cold.
Everybody. Him, his girlfriend, everybody.
yeah.
She was in the hospital, his girlfriend. Danielle. Pneumonia.
She's still coughing, yeah.
Yeah, she has
shit.
breathing
Yeah.
bronchitis.
Yeah.
Little asthma, little bronchitis, all that good stuff. Normal for the winter time.
She's alright.
We had a discussion. Yeah, she's doing
better.
better.
Yeah,
Like
little by
everybody
little.
else. Frank is recovering too.
Yeah, I have a similar problem, not as bad, not for the same length of time, you know.
Not to change the subject, we had a discussion about 2 weeks ago about an Italian football wedding. Football wedding.
Where they throw
Yeah.
the food.
Now, this is what I remembered when I was a kid. I went to two of these in Hillside Avenue in Queens. An Italian football wedding is the cheapest wedding you could buy. What they do is make sandwiches, and they put them in these big boxes. And there's Coca-Cola, ham, cheese. There's all different kinds of sandwiches in these boxes. And these guys slide around the boxes all around the dance floor, and they ask people what they want. And the people say, throw me a cup of Coca-Cola, and they take the sandwich out, and they throw it. And usually it's on rolls, and they throw it to the person at the table, and it's an Italian football wedding. That's what they call it.
funny.
And I went to those weddings, and every time I say something, people don't believe me.
Yeah, it's
And
good.
it's true. I'm going to look it up on
yeah.
the internet
I will
and
too.
see if
All right,
it's
welcome
still
back
around.
to the
It's
Italian
called
show.
Italian football
We're
wedding.
discussing
I'm
Italian
going
football
over.
weddings.
Those are funny, yeah.
If
This is-
anybody
this is-
out
this
there
is
in
50s,
Radio Land is
Is this the
listening,
50s, 60s?
want to
one?
think about
this is
discussing
about
your
55,
Italian football wedding.
56, around there. I was,
If you don't know, you can probably look it up
10 years old.
I
online.
like the idea.
I was 10 years
Inexpensive
old.
wedding.
Sounds like fun.
It was, yeah. You had
Lots
to
of
see it.
boxes
It
of
was the
sandwiches
cheapest wedding
ready
you
to
could
go,
possibly get.
already made,
Yeah.
and
They put the
at the
picture of
reception
beer on
they
the
throw
table.
you the
They
sandwich
put
like at a
sodas on
football
the
game.
table.
Do they-
From across
Do
the
they
room,
wrap
like the
Yeah,
chef.
the table-
Yeah, hopefully it's wrapped. The sandwich,
Everything is wrapped.
not wrapped.
The
That's called a
sandwiches are
food
wrapped.
fight. That's more
And
like
it's usually
Animal
on
House.
rolls, and there's all different kinds.
But the Italian
They're
football
wrapped,
wedding,
right? They're wrapped up.
something
I bet-
to
I
be.
bet there's a
As
trend
they
going
go,
we got to do a
like
homework
As
that,
on
they go,
that.
they slide the these are
That's
big boxes
fantastic.
like this. The guy
Why don't we
reaches
make
in,
one? Why don't we have
We
Italian
should.
football wedding in the studio
We should.
next week? We make the
Everybody.
sandwiches. We anybody out there
No,
wants
you
to get
can just
married.
package some pasta and
We're going to
I'm
pass
telling
to
you,
Frank
I-
Fernal to marry you here on the Italian show. We'll get a wedding set up for one of these upcoming Sundays. Anybody in Kingston or Ulster County wants to get married, come in.
But I'm not
We'll
getting
cater your Italian football wedding. With a
nothing.
group,
No,
the most people we ever fed in here was like 15
He just
people. So
suggested the idea.
if you want to have 15 people at your wedding, you come into the studio, Italian show on a Sunday from 1 to 2 p.m. We'll do an Italian football wedding.
Yeah.
Just let us know a week ahead of time. We'll
What
get it
about
catered
tennis?
by Joe
Can you
B's.
do a
Joe
tennis
B's
one?
Sandwich Shop on Broadway in Midtown. Joe B's, we're going to spring it on. We got to do the Italian football wedding for us. And he's got great sandwiches like The Godfather.
Yeah.
So you want to check it out, Joe B's Sandwich Shop, Midtown. Got lots of wonderful Italian sandwiches, and all kinds, hundreds of
Oh,
different
man.
kinds of sandwiches. So
Cheech.
we're having
Cheech
fun.
says, "Where's the
What about-
Coca-Cola? Where's
Yeah, what-
your pepper?"
What about soccer?
The soccer
Can you
wedding.
throw-
Italian
That'd
soccer
be funny.
wedding.
Kick,
Sandwich.
you could
Yeah.
kick the sandwich.
Hacky sack sandwich wedding.
Good
idea.
It's funny, but I distinctly remember.
You actually went to one.
Yes, I
Yeah,
twice.
I went to an
Twice.
Italian
So they
football
really
Twice
wedding
in the
twice.
same place, as a matter of
I'm gonna
fact.
Google this.
That's wonderful. Yeah, we should look it up on
Yeah,
your
we got-
smartphone or your devices, your
Italian football
laptop,
weddings.
your
Yeah.
tablet.
Yeah.
Go
You
look
know,
up
I bet
Italian
there
football
would be a
weddings.
great outside summer wedding.
Yeah,
Probably it would. Think about all the sandwiches that you could make.
When
and
we
dinner
can
is
do it in the
served.
park.
When dinner is served, you just start throwing.
Sandwiches, yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
It's fun.
We should see if the city's willing to help us on that. I know they do movies in the park.
Yeah, you
The
better
movie
bring
film
it,
movies
right?
in the park on a Friday night. You want the first Friday of the month or something
Yeah,
like
when
that?
you got crowds, I think simplicity is the best thing that you can do.
That's right.
Be
Nothing
simple.
like throwing a sandwich at
Have
you
everything there
to
that
speak
you
of
need.
simplicity. Here's your
Well,
catch.
it's a very
Eat your
athletic
sandwich.
wedding, that's for sure.
Can you
No
imagine
referee?
people at the tables and you're tossing sandwiches?
You're not gonna
up
have
and
a
they're
referee,
trying to
right?
catch.
No referee. But you
got
can
too many
imagine.
sandwiches.
Yeah. You
You're
got
out.
two.
You're out. You know,
Hey,
you don't,
didn't
no
catch
food
the
for you.
filter.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
You're the soup Nazi. No soup for you.
Go out for a long one. Cup of cola. Watch out.
Mm-hmm. You never know what you're gonna find on the Italian show. You know,
right.
interesting. We could
It's funny.
try to make that a tradition in Italy to have a San Gennaro type festival where
Right,
they
yeah.
throw tomatoes.
Oh,
They go through the streets and they
I
throw
think I
tomatoes
saw
at each
that.
other.
Yeah,
on
that's
the internet.
tomato, and in Spain they have oranges.
Nice. I can imagine getting hit by an orange going
I
90
saw
miles
that.
an hour. That'd be kind of
Is
cute.
it?
Yes,
Something
I
like that.
saw that.
Yeah, they drive through town with these giant, wagons full of like 1,000,000
Tractors.
pounds of
Tractors.
Tractors, and they just throw
tomatoes,
tomato
throw them
in
at
the-
everybody. Yeah, it's cute.
Well, I guess.
I try and throw mine in the pot and saute them with a little
Yeah,
olive
I
oil,
don't
and
have
garlic, a
them in
little,
my-
little
my
salt,
plate, but-
a little red wine. Make a nice little gravy. So we threw together a little gravy and a little. So as each thanks to Adams Ferricker Farms, we want to always thank them. They have awesome Italian foods and Italian people working there. Italian Americans, Italian food, cheeses, meats, fishes, olive oils, vinegars, you name it, they got it.
Thank him for the donation.
Awesome.
That
Yes.
sausage was wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we
Nice
love 'em.
and spicy.
And we
Those
shop
donations.
there regularly. The guys help provide the foods for the various churches locally. And last week we made a stew, nice little beef stew. It was excellent. We lucked out. Beautiful meat, thanks to Fred and company at the meat department over there, and the manager Mike. And we want to thank everybody for their support. So don't feel afraid to shop at Adams Ferricker Farms. A very community-minded business going on 90 years in the region. Ulster County store opened, I believe, in 82, 83, something like that. But they're in Newburgh, Poughkeepsie, and Kingston, and now Wappingers Falls. 4 stores, one better than the next. I trip over myself trying to get into them. They have wonderful garden shows, farm and garden shows. They have wedding shows. They have all kinds of stuff going on. Awesome greenhouses that kind of attracted me to them. And now we're buying plant material and food for the churches and doing all kinds of stuff with Adams. So they're great local business. And you can't speak more highly of them. They're just so great. It's hard to believe. So go check them out. Route 9W in Lake Katrine, town of Ulster, not too far from Kingston. Just a hop, skip, and a jump up the road, and you will not be disappointed. So what else are we going to do? We got a few minutes. We got time for another song, nice little Italian song. Thanks to Warren Lawrence here at WKNY.
Jenna Luna Menzumari.
Yeah, we can sing.
There you go.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, bro, that community poster?
What was that?
Community poster?
Oh yeah.
I'd like to, I'm gonna recopy that, put it on the wall,
Mm.
and then that can be themes to whenever you come in. You guys are, you can just,
Yeah,
it's a
that's
great
an idea.
poster. It's how to
Idea.
build a community, and there are like 90 different things.
Where
It's
is
really, well, I saw it, and we
On
looked
her
it up
phone
on the internet,
or on the internet.
and it's fun. It's really fun.
Well, we can print that out
Yeah,
and then bring it over
that's what you have to do.
to Sam's Club and make a poster for really cheap.
Oh, that's good. 'cause
They
if you
make
buy it
stores.
online,
Yeah, they
it's
make
$30
Sam's
if I
Club
buy
for-
it online.
You can get it. I
Okay.
could download
I could
that
download
without
it too.
paying for
I
it.
put it on my key and go to Sam's Club. Okay.
You could find it online without.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
we found it
posters,
online. It's really cool. It's
what
really
is-
I
cool.
think you can have it on
behind
your
you
phone.
on the wall over there.
Yeah,
this
La,
thing-
La Spaghettatta.
Yeah,
La
this would be
Spaghettatta.
this be nice to do.
You see, we
A
added that
poster.
decoration over there. Can
You know,
you
we should ask
describe
Sam's
that
Club
when
if
we
they
come
could
back
stretch that, if
from
we
our
could
musical
press
break?
that
Yeah. It's
Stretch
almost
it
2
out.
o'clock, another 7
And
minutes
have them photo print that.
after the song. Graziano, you want to talk about that poster in a couple of minutes?
Yeah, just
that's a
because
value.
that's something to talk about when we add it to our collection.
Okay.
That'll be nice in a frame. I like to do a
Where do you
frame
got
of
it
that.
from?
What is the La Spaghettatta? It's the
La
different
Spaghettatta is when
recipes
you-
for spaghetti
When
sauce?
you get together with friends and you make la spaghettata, you do usually it's after midnight, after you go out and have fun, you get together with friends at somebody's house, friend's house, any.
That's more Spanish.
They want to make a big meal with spaghetti.
Right.
So you do la spaghettata after midnight.
Different flavors, different sauces,
Usually it's a
different
summer thing.
gravies.
We used
You
to
can
do
do it in
that
the winter.
before we go out. We used
Right.
to have every week that we went out, we used to make different kinds of things. We'd have a Chinese night, the next week we'd have an Italian night and a Spanish night. We used to make 3 different kinds of pasta. Fettuccine Alfredo, we used to make sausages and peppers with maybe linguine on the side. All different kinds of-
La spaghettata is when you have friendship, like a variety of people. That you go out, you do your thing.
All right, welcome back to the Italian Show, the Italian Hour on WKNY. We're discussing
We're
La
talking about la
Spaghettatta.
spaghettata. Basically, you just la spaghettata is something that you after you go out. Let's say weekends. Okay, it doesn't have to be weekends, but let's say summertime most of the time or winter time sometime in the winter. But you basically go out with your gang, with your friends, and then by after midnight, usually. Could be 1 o'clock in the morning. Could be 3 o'clock. Doesn't matter.
You get hungry.
You get hungry. And you just want to go on at somebody's friend's house and have a spaghettata, which is you cook a bunch of spaghetti with tomato sauce. Basically, that's what it is. And you dig on that, and that's it. And then you go to sleep.
Yeah, right. So it's kind of like a late
Well,
night
as most of us have done.
Pretty much.
food deal.
Pretty much,
Hey,
that's what it is.
Ray, for our friend from
Hey.
Just in time for
Adriana
sausage and
Limousine
wine.
came in to say hello, have a little snack.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Welcome.
a nice one.
Yeah.
Welcome. We're gonna have you pull up a chair or grab a little plate. Help yourself. You know the drill.
Italian colors.
Reach over the table. Fill your plate with a little sausage, a little rigatoni.
Good.
All the different
Have a little glass if you want the sparkling, non-alcoholic grape.
Formaggi, calabrese.
And we want to thank everybody who normally comes to visit us, and the ones that can't be here today, Daniela
Persone.
and Helena,
Yeah.
and Joe and Liz and Giuseppe.
with clams.
And, we want to thank the folks that did come in, of course,
Bring you the white clam sauce.
Graziano, Anne Marie, which will be Annie Schmooney, and
That's enough.
Natalia,
That's a recipe enough for 6
and Dennis, and Warren, and Ray. Thanks for gracing us with your presence here on the Italian Show.
Ray's gonna
Welcome.
have some good sausage.
Yeah,
and,
we want to remind our listening audience, you're always
This,
welcome
He
to
must
stop
have
by,
This
have a
is
bite,
the,
break bread,
kitchen rack.
have a little glass of vino or a
This
little
is what they use in
non-alcoholic
Italy for
beverage on
kitchen
the
rack.
Italian Show.
Those are nice.
Thanks to all our sponsors. We still have a few minutes, and we want to make sure to remind people to support your local economy, support your local churches and civic groups doing great work like Family of Woodstock, the People's Place, and Clinton Avenue United Methodist Church, St. James United Methodist Church, and the folks at Point of Praise out there on Hurley Avenue. Don't forget Pastor Frank Burnell at Crossroads and the First Baptist Church. You want to support
Anybody
all
want
of
to finish
them.
off this wine? I'm gonna have
And we
just a
want to
drop.
thank, everyone that couldn't be
for it.
here. Don't forget to go to Holy Cross Church. Check out all the programs locally: breakfast, lunch, dinner, food
Wow.
pantries, soup kitchens, clothes closets,
Case
soap
closed.
closets, you name it. They all need your help. It's not getting any easier, right? The economy is tough. We want to support our local economy, shop locally, support all of our sponsors, like Paul at the Liquor Barn out there in the corner of Cornell and Smith Avenue. Cornell Street is next to the main post office, if you're wondering, and Liquor Barn's a wonderful place to have lots of cool stuff, and including the organic Italian wine from, where is that one? Montepulciano, Abruzzo, part of Italy, and
This is
nice
Abruzzo,
dry
yeah.
red wine. You like that one?
That's a nice Montepulciano.
Nice wine, nice red wine, dry. Does it go well with the sausage and the rigatoni?
Yeah, it goes very well with the sausage.
Cuts
Goes
through the
well
fat,
with the sausage.
you know.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Nice,
It's nice
rich
and dry.
food.
It's got a nice, black cherry flavor.
Beautiful.
It's got a good charcoal, flashy.
We love black
good.
cherries, every
It's
part
good.
except for the pits.
I
We used to
like
have a
no
black
pits.
cherry tree in front of the house on Ulster Street in East Kingston.
That's
If
right.
anybody remembers that great black cherry tree. Wonder if it's still there. We're gonna have to take a ride after the show and check it out. We're gonna hit one of the local places. Warren's taking us out with a song. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Grazie.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.
Ciao.
How's it going? What's happening? How you doing?
Good, you?
Good. Good.
How's that sausage, all right? Yeah, my sister Anne Marie.
Who's what now? What?
Anne Marie.
Frank's sister.
Really?
Yeah, from Paris.
Well, we're both
We're
Italian.
France.
I live in France. I've been there
Oh,
for 30
France?
years. Yeah, over 30 years. 33 in Paris.
Wow.
Yeah, we live there,
Wow.
work there. Husband's there. Child is over there. And they usually come, and they will the next time. But yeah,
Hello, little lady.
they've
Sorry
already
about
been in
you.
the studio.
Sorry about you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm back here with Frank. We're going through our belongings and giving them away to the right people. And his, his
Lot of
kids are
work.
doing so- Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah, but I've heard a lot of good things about you, Ray. So.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's only good stuff. You know, we don't talk about the bad stuff. Really isn't any. We're just all one big happy
There isn't any.
family.
That's
The
right.
human family.
I'm always helping Frank.
The humanity. Yeah, and you also help everybody. We help each other, you know. The fun part is that ain't none of us gonna get out of here alive. And there would none of us be here without the grace of God.
He says
So we
8 out of us.
thank the Lord for everything we got and everything we ever have.
You're not allowed to get out of here alive.
That's right. They won't let you get out, no matter what you do.
Every time I try to
The
get
only
out,
way-
they pull me back in.
That's
The only way
right.
you're gonna get out is your feet is gonna be in front.
That's right.
Oh God.
We're gonna have a toe
Feet
tag.
first,
Let's
oh,
put it that way.
Feet first. How's that sausage, all right?
That's an Adams sausage.
Yeah, it's
Great
beautiful.
sausage.
I know, he said that.
Yeah, it's beautiful
No
stuff.
gristle.
That's right. That means you don't get the weird parts. You know, they put
I hate that,
actual meat in
I
the
hate
sausage.
that sausage.
Very nice.
So it's okay. You like the presentation and meet with your expectations. Does it meet your approval? Is okay.
Oh yeah,
All right.
very tasty.
We done good. Yeah.
did all the
It's actually something that I will make pretty much exactly the same.
Only you make your own pasta.
I make sauce.
Homemade pasta, home sausage. It's a lot of work to make
Yeah,
sausage.
nice. You know what? A nice chicken sausage. It's a good one. You know that?
Yeah, because it's light.
Turkey or chicken or something like that.
Not
Even
too
if you
fatty.
take chicken and pork, you mix them
Yeah,
together.
a little
It's
pork
very
fat to
good
make
one.
it loose. You
It's a
know,
very good
so
sausage.
it's not dry.
Good amount of garlic in it, but it's different.
We're growing garlic in the school,
Are
the
you?
community garden. Yeah, so we're gonna grow a lot of garlic. You can. use
When
it.
you dig it out, how long you leave it hanging to dry out?
I leave it in the sun for like 2 days, you know,
That's it,
just
right?
to dry the skin before you hang it, because you can hang it wet,
You
it
leave
can
it
get moldy.
in the sun.
Leave it out in the ground in the
This
sun.
is a new one I
We
bought.
used to
Well,
take
it's a
it
phone that I
and,
bought at
and put them
Boost.
in the
It was
cellar
my mother's.
first.
Yeah, we leave it in the sun for like a day and a half, 2 days, depending on how sunny it is. Because July, June, July, depending on the weather. And leave it on the ground. Pull them up, leave it on the ground
almost
in the
finished,
sun.
and
And maybe you
after
turn it
that,
once, like hay. You have to turn it, keep it facing the sun, so that way it's actually the sun
Yeah.
purifies. The sun, the bacteria is killed by
Who did
that.
all the
So it
cooking?
mold
Yeah.
everything. The
He
sun
did.
is natural.
Really?
The sun
Transported
sterilizes
it, but he
it. Then
did.
you
Yeah,
hang it up, because if you
ultraviolets.
put it
I
away
want to cook,
wet,
but
it's gonna get moldy.
We used to do that. We used to grab it. We used to dig it out of the ground when it was a little bit more young.
Mm.
So we will use pretty much everything.
Yeah, once you dry in the sun for like 2 days normally, because you have to turn it.
Yeah, the skin will.
Like hay, you have to turn it to
Yeah.
air it, and then you put it in the barn on a wagon, like a hay wagon. You leave it up off the floor, let it dry for an additional 2 weeks or so. And once it's dry, then you can, or even before that, you braid it,
Yeah, I
and
used
then
to
you
do that
hang
with
it up.
onions.
You know, you hang it up so that way it's hanging from the rafters, where it's normally away from mice and all this type of things, you know, and also it stays dry. The air have to circulate around. You don't want to put it in a bag. You know, you want to leave it hanging. Like dried tomatoes, right? Sun-dried tomatoes, and what else do you dry?
Peppers.
Figs,
Peppers, hot peppers.
hot peppers. You put them on a string, hang them up, and let them air dry. You know, that's how you make your pimentum weather, right? The dried pepper. You have to leave the air circulating. You can't store it in a plastic bag. You can't store it in a refrigerator. You can't store it in a closed space, like in a basement. It has to be in the attic. It has to be in the rafters, you know, hanging with the air flowing. Will last forever if you leave it, you know, in a clean, dry space. And then once you dry it, you store away from the sun. because the sun will also discolor it and deteriorate it, dehydrate it. You don't want the garlic to dry out. So will last for up to a year, from one season to the next. And of course, chemicals they use to preserve it, but I don't. I just leave it in the shade. You know, dry, clean shade. The attics are great.
That's
You know,
what
in the
people used to
barn,
do
you
in
put it in
France.
the barn 9 months
Hang
out of the
cruise
year,
in
it's
France in the
about
attic
freezing.
on string and dry out everything. Yep. That's
So
it.
that's something we're teaching kids how to preserve the food. We talk about dehydrating, canning, freezing, and pickling, and all different methods. Smoking. We're gonna make smoked meats. You make the smoke. Remember,
yeah,
you
well,
make
I'm
this
gonna have
pork
a
roast
mini
and
smoker outside.
the smoked chicken. What else?
Small smoker, like probably like a, I don't know, 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 100 pounds smoker. But it's gonna be an electric smoker. So what you do, you take is a propane type of smoker. You take a log, you know, cherry wood,
To
whatever.
give it the flavor.
Comes with
maple,
chips
whatever
put
you
on
want.
the bottom.
No, you actually put the log inside, and the propane will slowly burn the wood. The wood will, the smoke will
Thank you.
circulate
Flavor the
in
food.
the smoker,
Oh, good.
and the smoker will have something like
I'm great, thank you.
a split that spins
How long
the
you
meat
know this
around on trays. So basically, like if you want to do chicken, in an hour you got chicken because everything is cooked around
Okay.
225.
You make something like that at
Okay.
home?
No, you can buy. You can actually buy it. I mean, you can make it.
Do you
I mean, if you're
Sometimes
pretty
it's at
good
the
with it.
radio show.
I heard
Yeah, I was
recently,
here once or twice.
last
Okay,
Wednesday
That's my second time. I
actually,
came 2 years ago.
about
So-
making prosciutto with a bear meat.
Tried to get here.
Because the bears eat the
Yeah.
same
Uh-huh.
the same
and
diet
things are
as
going
the
on in my
pigs,
house.
the
I got the
acorns.
cane and
Yeah.
got
So
the
they
cane
feed
and
the
got
acorns to
wild
give the
boar.
flavor, the
You
wild
make wild
boars,
boar.
wild pigs, you know, even the domestic pigs,
He's
they
always
feed
can
them the
telling me to
make-
come,
you can make
and usually my weekends are
Prosciutto
pretty
with pretty
busy.
much anything is
I don't
alone.
have time. I really
It's
don't have
cured.
any time.
There is
Most
Most people's
no
weekends are.
bacteria.
Do you do olives
In
or no?
meat.
You want
Right,
olives?
right.
You want olives? No.
No.
You have
Because
to
it's
know
cold.
exactly.
Cold
I
smoke.
do
It's
racing,
got to be
Okay.
and
a
that
good
kinda takes up the
ventilation.
whole weekend if I
Right,
could
right.
let it.
if you
And then
have
I have a limousine business, and that's
a
always Friday,
ventilation
Saturday,
where
Sunday.
you
Oh, yeah.
hang
So there's really
the
like no time for me.
Right,
Ham.
right. So your busiest time, yeah.
where you
And
have
he keeps trying to get me to come here,
crosswinds.
and I just can't make it.
Good, you came today.
Well, today, but I had
You gotta,
time
you gotta
today,
have
Good.
air going through
but
the
they held me up
cave,
at
going
times.
through the building, going through the cellar or attic, wherever you put that prosciutto. You have to have a constant flow of air so it dries, it keeps the
Humidity low,
very, very
Right,
low, and it helps to dry.
like a desert.
Basically, what you're doing, you're mummifying.
Right.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wild.
Oh, that's what
God.
it is.
So
Yeah.
the palm,
So you have to. A lot of people like to soak the ham or whatever
In a
meat
brine.
in a brine.
This one you put the salt with no liquid.
Right, you don't do that.
Salt with no
They
liquid.
ruin the whole thing.
who's the famous prosciutto maker?
Parma.
Parma.
Parma,
Prosciutto di
Sant'Agnello,
Parma.
you get the Spanish. What is that?
They have the jambon de
Um,
Parme from Parme.
Right. So what you do is you have to cover it with salt. You can brine it, but then you gotta cover it with black pepper.
Mhm.
Black pepper will
Use a
reduce.
preservative.
Well,
Take the
no,
moisture out.
No,
like a s-
no.
like a sponge.
What it does, it is a deterrent for bacteria to grow.
Mhm.
So you won't have bacteria growing in the meat.
Mm.
The salt will help to dry it faster, but with the help of black pepper, will reduce the amount of bacteria you get. to the meat.
Amazing. So,
So
even
then
even
every
though
so often you have to introduce a they call it horse ball.
right.
Mm.
You stick it inside to smell it because you have to smell that there is no rotting going on.
Right.
So that's why they do that.
Mm.
But then you gotta seal that with fat, and
Nice.
that fat is pork fat, which is melted down, and then you cover that prosciutto with fat.
So it's
So there is
like
a process
almost
that
the
you
same
follow.
as wax when you put wax
Yes,
on
exactly
the
what it
cheese.
is.
You're
That's
sealing
exactly
out
what
the
it is.
moisture and the bacteria, so you
Yes.
create a layer like the oil from the fat.
Yes, but you gotta keep
Hmm.
that. You gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise you
my
ask for
cousins
trouble.
do it in Italy. they do a great job.
That's why Parma's so good at it.
Yeah, well, that's the
Yeah,
specialty.
yeah, but
You're talking about thousands and thousands of
Years of
See,
perfection.
Parma, they use also buildings.
Right, the slats with the airflow.
San Daniele, which is a different prosciutto, it only use caves, which is much more expensive. In the sense difference, like Grana Padano, they use buildings to dry it out, to age it.
That's right.
Stilton cheese, they only use
cave.
caves because there is a particular
Bacteria and whatever.
mold,
in the
Stilton
cave,
mold, which grows into the cheese.
Right,
But
like
it
blue
only
cheese in
is
France,
only found
similar,
in
yeah.
caves.
Yeah.
You
Or
can't
the Maytag cheese, right? Down
Right.
west, they have the
or
caves.
orange. It's a orange mold, but that's England.
Hmm.
That's in England.
Amazing. Well, we're going to talk about it more on the Italian show next week.
Yeah.
So we'll see
Ciao,
you.
Frankie.
Ciao.
I gotta run.
Okay.
Hey, man,
Arrivederci.
good to see you. You want another one? Have another one. Give him another one.
Good seeing you.
I'm good.
Take more.
Remember, okay? if
Yeah,
you,
no,
if you
I
need
will.
something,
I will.
just call me and I'll help you out.
I will.
All right. Thanks, Italia. Say hi to Angel.
Ciao, Italia.
Ciao.
Bring him,
Yeah, bring him. Well, you can't have chocolate, but maybe we'll give him some leftovers.
This is chocolate.
Yeah, that's chocolate.
So it's like
Chocolate
bread.
cookies with
Double chocolate.
dipped in
It's a
chocolate. Biscotti.
Why?
Twice baked cookies. Yeah, dipped in chocolate. It's got everything you want. But Angel can't have chocolate, so. All right, we'll see you next week on the Italian show, the Italian Hour. Thanks. Ciao.